I would like to continue the review of a book by Viktor Moskalenko, An Attacking Repertoire for White, with chapter with 1d4, with a game from chapter 5. Okay, chapter 5. Chapter 5 is about the Benko Volga Gambit. As always, Moskalenko in all this book has put his own games, and so I find it very interesting, very worth it, and I think d4 is a weapon everybody of us can use and learn from. d4, knight f6, Moskalenko was white, and Clovis Vernet was black. Clovis Vernet, the rating seems 2334, maybe it was a FIDE master, I don't know. c4, c5. It was played in 2007. d5, b5, the famous Benko Volga gambit. Queen c2, preparing the immediate 5e4. Okay. Knight a6, the most dynamic option, looking for a fast struggle. Black hasn't got time to prepare the attack with bishop b7 because of 5e4. So here, obviously, Moskalenko put some analysis in case black played something completely different, like b takes c4. Okay, and this is the great thing, but practically it covers you and give you the theory as we go. Knight c3. Now black can choose between three different replies. Okay. However, he also shows in this book a3. Okay, giving a game about it. So again, Moskalenko gives you a lot of material to study through games that actually happened in his life. So for me, that is actually great. Now, what can black reply? In the game, he played b take c4, but he can play b4, okay? He can play knight b4, and what else? Let's see. That's all I see here, right? I think so. Okay. So you can see that he played b take c4 in the game, okay? How does white continue? Now it's still possible to play this move, but Moskalenko didn't play it. He played e4. And here we have black that played e6. Obviously, white continued with bishop takes c4, and white has achieved an important tempo gain as he hasn't played a3. So, yes, in the opening, once more, you need to actually bring out all your pieces as fast as possible if you want to win the game, or at least if you want to have a good game. Queen a5, but this is too late, he says. And he gives other possibilities that black could have played with a good analysis. Knight f3, knight b4, queen e2, bishop a6, and now white castles. Black's counterattack has failed. His pieces are undeveloped and badly placed. Bishop e7, d6. That's a very interesting move. And black played bishop d8. Bishop d8. Okay. Why he didn't play this? Because of e5-4. Okay. bishop d8. Again, I'm just watching the games while I show them for this review, so it's a learning experience for both of us. Moskalenko played e5. It was possible also to play knight e5, okay? Knight f d5 and bishop d2. The b4 knight should finally be removed. So it seems that also a3 was a good idea. Yeah, okay. Bishop d2, knight b6, bishop b5, bishop takes b5, knight takes b5, and a6. So, once more, Moskalenko here shows a diagram. It says, exercise your move. What would you play if you were white? Clearly, I think the two possible continuations are between knight c7 and knight c3. Which of the two is the best? I don't know. You need to read the book in order to know it. Obviously, knight c7, it's given here exclamation point, which means it must be really good. While knight c3, it seems no exclamation point. So we know that probably the right move was knight c7, but you needed practically a 3 moves variation in order to prove why it's good, okay? Knight c2, rook a d1. It was possible to play also rook a b1, queen b4, knight e4, and it seems that probably this was better, but okay. How the game continue? Queen b5, queen takes b5, a takes b5, rook c1, knight d4, rook takes c5, knight takes f3, g takes f3, f6, rook takes b5, rook takes a2, bishop a5, knight a4, and bishop takes d8, and here black resign. Of course, I think the reason is that if he takes on d8, there is checkmate, so that should be kind of damage enough. Yeah, very interesting move. It was just a very interesting game, just 25 moves. Let's move on to another chapter.